That makes a lot of sense. Um, Pittsburgh's got some beautiful amenities, natural amenities, the waterfront, um, the hills. What do you think are the strengths of Pittsburgh, and how can you, as a council member, make sure that those strengths are um, uh, kind of the focus of what makes Pittsburgh great?
So, one strength that we have as a community is our waterfront. And you'll hear a lot of people talk about the waterfront, and there are some projects that are planned from small ones to really large ones. We need to look at our waterfront through a recreation lens. California, as much as it says it is not pro manufacturing. Matter of fact, Newsom just vetoed Grayson's bill, which would have given a sales tax cut for people to revamp their factories and all that. So to say, well, we need to bring manufacturing back and we can use it on the waterfront, that's nice, but it's not the reality. California, that's not the priority. So how can we use our waterfront for recreation? If you were to take a community, let's say like Walnut Creek, and you took out the money part, what does Walnut Creek have to offer? We have water. We have a deep water port. We have a wonderful marina. So let's market that. There is marketing that is being done. How can we do more of it? How can we expand the reach of that marketing? How can we let people know about our waterfront? How can we have more activities on the waterfront? And that comes down to policy and priorities, which are directly from the city council. The other asset that we have is the former golf course. I am extremely sad that that's closed. I spoke up against closing that. I understand that golf is, some will say, is declining, although during COVID we've seen a huge resurgence of people doing golf. But for whatever reason, cost, whatever, had to be closed. Don't close it until Plan B is in place. That was my huge thing. If we're gonna close it, great. Let's keep it going until we're ready for the next step, and we're not ready yet. Matter of fact, the contract had to be assigned to another entity to try to keep it going. There are 170 acres there that a lot of potential is there, whether it's all parks, all recreation, some commercial, could be a lot of things, but that's a huge asset. The third asset that we have here in Pittsburgh is the people. Growing up here and hearing every time you go out of town, oh, you're from Pittsburgh? Well, what the heck is that supposed to mean? Like I'm second class? In hearing that, oh, you're from Pittsburgh, or oh, it's good enough for Pittsburgh, it's good enough for East County. When you hear government agencies and groups from the other side of the hill say, well, it's East County, it's Pittsburgh, it's good enough, it just makes my blood boil. But unfortunately, we've been told that for so long. Many of our residents believe that. They believe that they're not good enough, or that we should be thankful that we at least got fill in the blank.
Mm-hmm.
At least you got this. No, we pay just the same amount of tax. We have just as much talent. We have just as many wonderful people that we should have what everybody else has. And how do we as a council get people to believe in themselves? I think that comes from council members being out in the public and building confidence, spotlighting what great things we have, and being a cheerleader outside of Pittsburgh for what's going on here, and getting that attitude to change. Because I've heard it my whole life. I've heard businesses, when you're talking with them, they feel that they're at a disadvantage being located in Pittsburgh. They go out of their way to buy a virtual address in a different community so that they can say, oh, I have a Walnut Creek address. I know 5 businesses right now that do that. That shouldn't happen.
Right.
So we have to, our residents need to believe in themselves, believe in our community, and not just feel like, well, I moved to Pittsburgh because it was affordable.
Right.
No, damn straight, this is the best city ever. That's why you live here.